Hi class, I wanted to give you one more round of video feedback. And I'll let you know I'm looking at this again I have looked at some of your submissions as far as this assignment, the 3 significant changes, but I'm not thinking about those. I'm looking at this as a first-time visitor. Yes, I've seen them before, but I hope to look at it in a way that can help you with where it is right now. All right? Okay. How about we capitalize editor, since you've done it here. And I see how you're, going up or lower, but I think it'd be more consistent to capitalize that, maybe even that. Okay, nice. Stays with your brand. I hope you created that, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to use it, right? So my question here, it's probably the size, but I am looking for, I'm in Chrome, I'm looking for the navigation. I believe if I recall, I have to click something. Yes, we can't do this, right? We're going to have navigation because I have nothing that tells me to do this, except that I recall doing it once before. Okay, so let's update this, really important. Make sure these are going to your sites, your social media, or disable them. Make sure it's your professional sites and not personal sites. Okay, so this needs to be on our first page. Okay, something I want everybody to do is I'm going to provide a link, and I want everybody to look at it. It's a video on YouTube called Tell Me About Yourself. All right, so I want you to check that out. I think we want to sharpen, hope these are yours. I think we want to sharpen these images here. This is probably too personal and the design isn't sharp enough to include it. All right. You would need to have a little story next to those things. These are great things to have on a blog. So you can, tell us just a little bit about it, but not necessarily in something that tells us about your work as a video editor. All right. Because that's what you've said you do. And again, these would have to be yours. And you might say, shop uplifted and take this out. Okay. All right. Those are my suggestions for that. All right. Good job. Okay, Edward. So far, so good. Looks good. The color's working. Curious to... Okay, the background's pretty clean. I like that. It's a little abstract. It's not competing. Nice. Okay. All right. This color. I'm glad you carried this color through from each page. And I like that there's not a lot of scrolling. Tell us about yourself. I'm not sure that this would be like this. I think it would be videos, like you have up here, all caps, like this, right? Yeah. All right. It's a nice site. All right. Good job. All right, Colette. I feel like this could be sharper, right? Created in Illustrator for that font to be sharp. Let's left align this. Left align this. Nice. I hope that's a business and not your home address. Be very careful about putting phone numbers and addresses. Okay, this should go to your social media. Great place to put a blog. Let's see. It's left align. Left. Let's try to bring these letters together a little bit. The kerning is a little too much, the space between the characters. Left align all that. Okay. This one is not as recognizable, but some of these images look very much like stock and they're not really sharp. Start collecting images like this for yourself that you take because you're saying that you are a photographer and videographer, so this is important for everybody. This is disappearing. I think maybe another color there. Okay, a little sharper. All right. All right. Good job. Okay. Nice. Better. Okay. Much better. Good. You might want to give this option on the next one, all of these, because I have to go back to look at the next one. To go back to the portfolio. So you would just provide the same thing that you did before. Okay, this one doesn't have a title, but I do like the way it's up close. Nice. Okay, take that. All right. Could probably cut this down just a line or two. It's not bad. It's not really needed. All right. Okay. I feel like this should be a little closer to this, but not necessarily this so big. So I would bring this in just a little, have a little more margin here, a little less margin here. It doesn't have to be equal, but just a little bit less than you have here. Okay. All right. Make sure everything is super sharp, you guys, unless you've got, depth of field that is purposeful, nice shot. Nice, nice. Okay, okay. All right. I don't see social media. Eventually, you'll want an Instagram. All right. All right. Good job. All right. We still have this picture taking a while to come in. Make sure everything is as many things as possible are from the work that you've done, photos that is. Close this up a little bit. Okay, so instead of saying the owner, maybe you want that to come over here and be here. Either say about, take that off. And, make this image a little bigger and this one under it. You can make this smaller. People make it happen. Kind of like a little title underneath. Your name under this, bring it over. And this could say about, and take this off. Because we're going to get the idea that you are the owner. You add your name here. I'm so-and-so, and put your name here. And bring this over bigger, this. All right, so this you're going to make a little larger and bring it in a little bit. All right. We won't need any scrolling. You'll have this come up, take the space out. This will come up and this will come out. This will be wider. All right. Correct this. Little space there, as much as you have here. Bring this out rather than this long, thin column. Bring this out. If it means just having one image, that's fine. And, personally, I'm not sure that the blue and purple, are the colors that you typically use. You might work towards that salmon color or something in here. If those are your images, then, and here it's looking, the colors are very different. So get a little more natural with these. Or, yeah, a little deeper. Have these line up in a row instead of splitting them. And like I said, these have to have the same size fonts. Okay. I don't think this page is necessary. You've got everything down here. Unless you have a form that they can contact you with, and I would remove all of this, just a little bit of this. This just needs a form, and take some of that out, and you'll have this at the footer at the bottom. All right. Hi, Jacob. It's looking good. I can see exactly what you do. Font's a little small, but it's fine for desktop. Good. People do want to know about your process or your workflow. I see this is going to your site. Hopefully it's all professional work. I like this. But I don't see a video below. I don't know if it just needs to be, if it's loading. If that's the case, I kind of like that it comes up separate. It's not busy with anything. But you would need a button here that says real or something. Okay. But otherwise it's clean and I like it. Left align. Try not to have one word by itself. And probably can come up a little. Probably can remove one of these images. It's a little bit, you probably could have 3 paragraphs would be more than enough. Okay, all right. Not a fan of italic, but it's okay. It's working okay. I prefer maybe 2 lines less if you're going to have all that italic. But your background is working terrific. Make sure all your headers are the same. Yeah, go through, make sure your headers are the same. If you can simplify this, that would be great. You know, you can, if you say 6 hours here, you could say hour here, space after commas. Try a semicolon instead of a slash. Left align. All right. Okay. So some is italic and some isn't. This is a little tight. Left align that, but it's looking great. I really like the way you haven't kept, everything so busy, and that when you do use a background image, you make sure that you can still read the text, that it's highly contrast. So good job. All right. It's nice the way this pulls up. The social media needs to go to your sites. Take a look at, there's a brand guide that you have to go by, but check out either the white or the black for these. This is covering up an image a lot. And you might want to put them, I thought they were up here, but okay. Try not to cover people's faces completely like that. So I think it's a great image. I think that you'll have to do something about this though. All right. Be nice if that arrow were bigger. And that these were a little bigger. Okay. Is this a video or is it a podcast? Because it seems like a video, right? You can list podcasts on a different page, but there's a little bit of a inconsistency there. So maybe that goes on your video. You're going to have to write that right away or take these off. Doesn't have to be long. I'm going to post a link for everybody, and I want to make sure that you all look at it when it comes to writing the about. Again, a little space here. Think about this font for your navigation here. This should be caps, so should this. I prefer this not to have, something in between. It's just more clicking. Okay. Okay, so this seems more like your contact page. It might be nice to have all of this come up here. Do something about this. You could just say, let's create, and take this off if you needed to have the space. Wrap this into a column, bring that up here. Yeah, see? I mean, can I get to the home page from here, from any of these pages? Okay. All right, a little bit of space there. All right, it's going to be great. Needs a little more work on it, but it's that, like I said, should say maybe contact, because it's just a web standard. I would say contact. You could have another link there, but you don't have contact up here. We have to go through to find it. So I would make that super clear for people. All right? All right. Good job. Okay. Needs to be bigger. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I want to click on these. In the future, make sure that title scenes aren't being covered up by the title of the website. This is bigger than this, right? You need to be consistent. You have to go by the largest one, and then this would have to reduce down when you're trying to be consistent and get everything to fit. Okay. Okay, you might go ahead and use your name. It's not bad to get your name known. All right, good job. This could definitely be bigger, for sure, way bigger. Hi, Bruce. This was your draft portfolio from Editing for the Web. And so you might want to pick that back up, do some editing, and see how you can make this into a portfolio for yourself. If you want to add web design, that's one thing, but we need to get a portfolio for you. If you want to say content editor, that's fine, but really this is very much like the Real Deal Taco, a little rebranded. So, and this always has to be updated. That's one of your very first things you have to do. A logo would always be much bigger, and you would take off, well, yeah, so that's where you are. We need to make sure that you have a portfolio. You can, I will give you some information on this as well. All right. All right. This is a great image, and this needs to be sharper, right? Lucid dreams are dreams becoming a reality. Lucid dreaming is dreams becoming a reality. Whole media gallery, okay. All right. Yeah, I'd kind of like to see these up at the top, and maybe this pick up one of these colors, but you could bring this up, but and have your images come up sooner, but this is fine for what you're doing. This is going to be small for your mobile. Remove this. If you want, just put this contact in a footer. Okay. Okay, and hopefully some of these link to Black-owned businesses. Okay. All right. So that's the photography. I'm not sure you need anything but a link to Instagram, because that's what Instagram's is. It's a place for your images. This is a place to send your potential clients to. You can always, have your link up here to Instagram. That's what you want. But let's put your work front and center, maybe something like this grouping. Those. You don't need a lot, you just need good. And then you could have your YouTube link here with a, little promo. But this color, this is just not fitting in with all of this. This bright blue. This is fine. We get a little closer to tweaking, then we go to this black. Maybe this is gray, a dark gray, or this color. All right. All right. That's not going to the quote again. Contact goes on the end, remember? And just take this out. Call it something else. All right. Okay. A little cleanup there. All right. This is looking good. It's going in order. We're not flipping back. We are going up a little. Let's take this out. You have it here. And you're hooked up. Good. Okay, when I select contact, it's not going to contact, so make sure you look up how to anchor that. I had sent a video out at one point. So work on your links, all right? I don't know if that purple's working for you. You have to be careful with these. Sometimes you have to freeze these with a color behind it sometimes. A lot of space there. Let's get rid of that. All right. All right, everybody. Practically sending you off, and some of you won't have much of a chance to work on these again, so I want you to find time so that when you launch from your degree, you'll have everything you need. Okay, probably need to have something here about purchasing. Let's make this a little more like this. Film in this font. And I may not have said something about some of these before. That's okay. Might just be seeing some things. Tell us your solutions. I would take that out. Tell us your challenge, maybe, because you're going to want to convince them that you have the solution for them. All right? This could be bigger. I like it. I do like this. I want to get into it sooner, though. Your logo here. This is fine, but it's not as important as this. Keep in mind this has to be airbrushed out. Okay, the DK book. It's a well-known book. I'm going to get into these quicker. Left align. Have these be the same number of rows. That could even be down here. What you don't know is important, and get right into that, because that's the interesting part. I mean, I understand you have this short, but it's not the same. This is a little shorter. This is a little different, which is fine because that's on white. All right. I need a contact button up here. You say communicate. We need a contact button. Make sure that doesn't run over that. Cut this down. All right. This can be smaller and up here. It could line up with this and be a little smaller. Okay, just a little more organizing. Good job. Good job, everybody. I wish you the very best of luck. Make sure that you are checking back at your site every now and then. You will see things all the time and come up with new ways to improve, all right? Good job, everybody.